try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, the morning light. Oh, I just wanna be your Superman. Come fly with me, just take my hand.
Big yo, big God.
Oh my gosh. No, but seriously, it is time. It is time. This is 2021, and it is time to take a hold of your life. I don't listen. You are intelligent. You are smart. You are beautiful. You have a lot going for you. You have so much going for you that you don't even know, but you are so bound by what's in front of your face that you don't even realize that you want to get married to you know what, maybe this person is not for you, and yes, you have invested a certain amount of time in this relationship that you don't even realize, you get lost in it. You don't realize that you can do better. He's not putting a ring on it, and if he's not marrying you within a certain time frame, I'm not talking about like 5 years. You're like, wait a minute now, this is your life and you have got to move on from there. Pick up yourself. It's gonna hurt because you have invested so much and so much time, okay, that you don't want to leave. Listen, get the courage to get up. And it's hard to start over, yes, but you might be surprised as to how much of a relief that you have that when you step away from that relationship. All right, you might be surprised as to how much of how much better you feel that you're not bound by that. And you know what? If you're looking for Mr. Right, which we always said there's no Mr. Right, but it's someone who you can really work with. He's probably waiting for you. You might leave that relationship, pull yourself together, and the next thing you know, you find yourself in another relationship, and before you know it, you're married. Point blank. Before you know it, you are married. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get into this just a little bit deeper. All right, we're going to get into this a little deeper because we want to know, when you're dating somebody, if you date with a purpose. Do you date with a purpose? What's the purpose of you dating? Now let's think about this for a minute. You're dating with the purpose of getting married. All right, because why are you gonna be with the person just to be friends for the rest of your life? Okay, put them in friend zone. If you want the best friend, put him in friendship zone and move on, and then let somebody else come in. But don't get hung up on the fact that you're in this relationship with somebody you have no intentions of, and be honest. Be honest. If you do not want to get married to that young lady or to that young man, please be honest with yourself. You may have some things that you still need to deal with. As the one that said before, you may still be in a relationship for 15 years. You're separated and not divorced. Guess what? You're not going to get married because you're still tied up with that individual, male and female. You're still tied up. And so what happens? You cannot get married until you let go. How are you going to get somebody if you still have something in here? You have to let it go in order for you to receive. Talk to me about that, Lawanda. How on earth would you what would you say to that person who is separated for 15 years and still want to turn around turn around, that's a good one, and still want to turn around and, you know, string that person along. You're actually stringing that person along if you know that you're in a relationship for 50, you're still married or separated from that person for 15 years, for 10 years, for 15 years. You're not even separated. You're not even divorced yet. And then you're involved with someone. There's a word for that. That's adultery. Straight up.
Exactly. Exactly. There's no other way to put it. It's adultery. Thank you, Darnell. There's no other way. We can't sugarcoat it. That's not what we're doing. Is this no? Because sugarcoat is not going to help you. And like we said, straight talk leads to straight understanding. Now we can't. It's been that long. Okay, what is the problem? Because there is a problem. Is it that the other person is not willing to sign the papers? Is it because you feel it's cheaper to keep her? You know, I hear that too. You know, but at the end of the day, what about your sanity? What about your happiness? You know, sometimes it's going to cost you. When you are going to have a divorce, it is going to cost you money. It's going to cost you to have an attorney. It's going to cost, especially if you want to do it right. You know, there's just certain things that are going to cost you money. But when you decided that you no longer wanted to be married anymore, you no longer wanted to be, you had to already know that it was going to come with a cost, no matter how you look at it. So if you really love this person that you want to be with, trust me, you will come up with the money for the attorney. You will go and see who you need to see, because they have these courts now. When you go, you know, through these divorces and different things, they have courts. They actually represent you. They have some people that help you because they know people. Everybody can't afford an attorney, so they have counsel that can help you. So to keep holding on to the excuses, that's not good, because there's a serious problem. You're still legally married. No matter how you look at it, you are legally married. Okay, and you are not making no plans to exit. What is your exit strategy? You should have an exit strategy. What is it? You don't want to sit here and keep saying, did you file the papers yet? Have you done anything? Because it's 15, you keep telling this person, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay, it doesn't take you that long to go file the papers. It doesn't take now, it just doesn't take that long to do that. So not when you really want to. So that goes back to tell me, have you now come to a place where you've become so complacent that it's okay? Because what you're telling me is that it's okay. But out of actuality, you deserve better than that. So why are you settling? Why are you even accepting that to say that that's okay? No, if you love me, you're going to go do what you need to do. Because you know what? God forbid something happens to you. I might have dated you 15 years, but let me tell you something. I have no legal rights to anything. If you die before we get married and you are still legally married to somebody else, let me tell you something. That first wife or that husband, they have the final say so, because they are legally. So that means you're going to sit at a funeral in the back of the church, and hopefully they won't let you come to the funeral. So now you become null and void. And why? Because you didn't choose to put your foot down and do what you need to do. So you can't blame anybody else but yourself, because you allowed 15 years when you could have been married already. That's 15 years that you could have already had in already. But why? We're just sitting here. But I'm telling you, I have seen it happen. Let me tell you something. If something happens to them, they end up in the hospital, they calling wifey who's still married, and they calling that husband that's still married. And they're going to make the final decision, because legally it says they have the right to do it. So let's get it right.
That is so true. Lawanda, you touch a very, very, very important part of that, because you as the other woman, and that's what you are the other man, you have no legal rights. And what is so painful is that you turn around now, you invest so much time into this relationship. So much time in this relationship. Yes, you're living together because they've been separated for so long, and that's why it goes back to being honest. Be honest with yourself. Is this what you really want? Why go through the headache of trying to figure out, are we going to get married? When are we going to get married? You know, why go through that headache of asking those type of questions when, to be honest with you, if you've been married, you're still separated and separated for so long, you should already know that this is not going to go anywhere if he is still involved, because at some point in time, I'm telling you, something is going to come out during those years that you're together, that he is still married or she is still married. And what happened, you ought to make a decision, and don't take it, oh, well, he said that he's going to divorce her, or she says he's going to divorce him, and it doesn't happen. No, we said, get your exit strategy together, pick up yourself and your children. Yes, you may have to, you know, rent a room, because I'm sure, hopefully, prayerfully, you have a job and you don't have to sit around waiting. And if you don't have a job right now, they are giving incentives for you to come and work. McDonald's, you know, you name it, Burger, everybody, I don't care what you have to do. You may have to start from ground zero, but you're starting from ground zero with your sanity, with your peace of mind. You may have tears in your eyes starting from ground zero, but I'm telling you right now, it'll be the best decision that you've ever made, because those tears will dry up soon. Those tears will dry, and you're not going to be working at McDonald's forever. Neither are you going to be working at those places, you know, forever. You're going to, by the time you pull yourself together, when Joshua comes back and wait a minute now, what happened to you? He's still in his same situation, and you have picked up Mr. Rich and Fine, okay? And you're living the life that you want to live. So 15 years of your life may have gone down the drain, but 6 months, hello, somebody, Mr. Joe Fine might find you and say, what, where have you been all my life? Hello, somebody. You know, it is so important for you to find yourself and really pull yourself together and know that without a doubt that you are worth more than where you are. You are worth more than where you currently are. Take it from us. You are worth it. We believe in you. It may be hard, but we believe that you can do it. And yes, it's going to be hard. And yes, you may feel that, you know, oh, well, you know, he didn't love me. No, honey, you love yourself more. You love yourself more. Come on, G, let me hear what you have to say on this one.
Well, you know, so that person who, whether it's a female or male, that's, you know, it's so unfortunate that they string you along. It's, you know, selfishness. You know, you have no intentions. You have no intentions saying, yes, we're here in this relationship for 15 years. Yes, I am still married. I have not divorced yet. You know, you have no intentions to have been a committed relationship. You're stringing this person on. It's so unfair. Stand up. As Bob Marley would say in that song, get up, stand up for your rights. You already know what you want. You already know what you want in the relationship. Get up, pack your bags, move on, move out. Get it together. If you're in a relationship with someone who is married and not divorced, trust me, they are not going to marry you. They are not. This is just a string along. They're just saying this, but they're not going to marry you.
It's true. It's true. They're not. You know, Drew, you're right, because they're not. I mean, let's just keep them. They're not. Because one of the things I thought about, they say, okay, you know what? You know, oh, I've been divorced, you know, X, Y, and Z, but we together X amount of years and we're not having a discussion. Okay, if you tell me that you are divorced, because I'm going to help somebody right now, where are the papers? Where is the divorce decree? Because if you are legally married, don't tell me something about they can't find the papers. Don't tell me something about they misplaced it. Let me tell you, it's on file. It's court information. All you have to know is the state. And let me tell you something, you can go find out anything you want to find out. All you're going to do is find the court, Last name, let me go do some homework. You better get that Inspector Gadget hat on. Trust me when I tell you. Because the divorce papers need to be rolling up. Where are the divorce papers? If you say you are not legally, if you're not saying, you're saying, okay, I'm not married anymore. Okay, prove it. Because there's a holdup. There's something holding up why we cannot get married. Something is causing. So what are we doing? Are you hiding something from me? Do you have a whole nother family? Is it something that and I'm the hidden I'm hidden. I'm like the secret. I'm the one that nobody really knows about. That's not good. I've been with you how many years? And they've not even heard of me. They don't even know who I am. Are you kidding me? No, it's not acceptable. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. I'm telling you, you are better than that.
Amen.
You're better than that. And let me tell you something. Stop taking it sitting down. Come on, you got to get up. You got to put on your grown clothes and you got to get some backbone. No, because you can't no longer keep going on like this. It's not healthy for you. Let me tell you, it's so unhealthy. It puts so much stress on you physically, mentally. Let me tell you something, because you always have questions that you don't have answers to. And why? Because we don't want to have the conversation. That's the problem. You don't want to talk about it. Why? Because you're afraid they're going to blow up. You're afraid they're going to have a tantrum. Okay, have your tantrum, but I'm getting ready to have my conversation. How about that? Because I'm going to sleep tonight. I don't know about you or anybody else, but it's time for me to get some sleep. You haven't slept in weeks. And why? Because you don't know how to have the conversation. That's a problem. We know that's why we here. We want to help you. That's why we here. Trust me, we can help you have the conversation. Trust me. If not, I don't want to see you keep living like your life like this. And you just keep going around. It's like a merry-go-round. It's like you see that mirror. It's like a circle. It's like a revolving door. It just keeps going around and around and around. No. The bottom line, no is the answer. No. No more. You got to start saying no more. Because you know what? I matter. And let me tell you something. So just in case you didn't think I do, I do matter. So you just have to start speaking those things to yourself and really encouraging yourself that, you know what, you are important and you deserve the best. So why not have the best?
Amen. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm telling you, this is just wonderful, wonderful conversation. Now, and it is so true, but I have a question. My question is, if you said to me that you are divorced, right? There's a trust issue if you cannot turn around, and I shouldn't even have to ask you for those papers, because if you are sincere in your delivery, if you are sincere, unless you have something to hide, but if you are sincere and you say you love me, you don't play with. It's not fair to play with someone's life or play with someone's emotions. What goes around comes around. It is not fair, and that's the reason why we are speaking to both men and women today. You know what I mean? It's not fair if a man treats a woman that way, and vice versa, because it is someone's life. It's someone's life that you're holding up from moving forward, and get out of this spell of, oh, if I can't have you, nobody else can have you. You don't own her, you don't own him. He or she belongs to God, not you, and you're not the boss of anybody. So get off with your controlling self, and let me tell you something, get off it. Okay? And ladies and gentlemen, whomever the victim is in this situation, you should have some. First of all, I'm going to say this before I even get to that, right? There's a big trust issue if you cannot say to me, if I said to you where the divorce papers, although you shouldn't have to ask, there'll be a big trust issue there if you cannot even say, here they are. If you want to marry someone, if you're looking to marry somebody, it shouldn't even be a question of where are they. It should be, here it is. You understand me? I was once divorced, you know what I mean? And here's where if it needs to come to that. Because if you love somebody and you're having that conversation with them, yes, you were married before, and this is where we start up with a conversation. You have to have that talk when you're going into a relationship. Now, if you don't have that talk, and then 10 years later on, you're thinking of having that thought, that talk about, divorce and all that stuff. Now, first of all, don't even bother with that, because then I don't even see it even happening. What you need to do is to take control of your life and take control of where it is that you need to be in your life. Okay. And yes, there may be kids involved. We told you before, yes, it's hard. It's hard to having to start over. But like Luanda said, you matter, you have value. You know what I mean? You may think that nobody loves you, but you have so many people out there who love you. All we needed to do is to get that confidence to let go. Because, and you know why it's so hard for people to let go? I'm gonna tell you this much. Soul tie. It is very hard for people to let go because that very thing that's called soul tie. What's a soul tie? What's a soul tie? And this is deep. I know we're gonna have to continue this whole soul tie thing because it's very deep. What happened is you are wrapped up. First of all, you take on that spirit because, of course, let's get it straight. You're not living with someone, for 10 years and you don't have sexual, or have intimacy. Let's keep it nice. Having intimacy with that person or having sex with that person because you have 4 children already and you even have a grandson or granddaughter on the way. This is your life. All right, this is your life and this is what you've been living with. Okay, where soul tie comes in is where you turn around now, where you have that you take on that spirit of that person, you're tied up in it. Anything that person has is you, and both of you all are wrapped up and tied up with each other. That's why it is so important to know that this is the person I'm going to marry, because there is a covenant. Sex should not be out of the confines of marriage because there's so many things that happen with that. Oh, the sex was good. I'm not gonna let go, girl, because that sex was so good. I don't want to let go. Meanwhile, he have 4 or 5 different, women that he's dealing with, and you're thinking, well, I got the ring, and you've had the ring for 10 years. But then he's still out there with with sister watermelon, with cantaloupe, with pineapple. He's still out there with everybody else, and then guess what? He comes back to you. So all the spirits that he picked up with every other woman that's out there, and his ex, separated ex or whatever, he's bringing that to you. So now you don't even know who you're in the bed with. You might be in bed with with Jim today. Oh, no. It was Jack and Jill. You understand me? Ooh, okay, that's another story altogether. I'm getting carried away right here. But you have got to be careful as to the selection that you are making and the relationship that you find yourself in. Because then when he comes to you, he comes home, he already have 2 things out there. He's coming home with Jane. Jane is coming in your bed. Hello, somebody. He's coming back with Jill. Jill is coming in your bed. Or let's get this done. She's coming home with Robert. Robert is in your bed. Okay. She's coming home with Wayne. Wayne is in your bed. So what happens? All those spirits that's in there, all those things just wrapped up into that in that intimate relationship that you have with that person. So by the time you're ready to say let go, you can't even let go. Because you're wrapped up with all them spirits up in there, my God. And then you don't know who you are. You have lost yourself because you're wrapped up with Jane, Jack, Susan, Jill, everybody. And when it's time for you to let go, you can't. Because you're stuck, you are so bound with this relationship that you don't even know how to even turn. Sometimes you want to know, why is it that I'm not even moving forward? I'm moving backwards because the spirit of Jane had, came home. And Jane is dealing with whatever. The spirit of Jack came home and Jack is dealing with whatever. It comes into your home and you cannot let God go. Because let me tell you something, it's going to take the mercies of God. Okay? It's going to take God to deliver you from that soul tie. We're going to get deeper in that because that is deep. And that is the reason why some people cannot let go of a relationship or even move on from a relationship. Okay, I mean, I know I'm talking a lot, but soul tie is so deep and it's so important to understand and to know the reason why you can even move on in the next relationship. Help me, somebody. The one that
And you're so right, Dawn. You're so right. Because
Mhm.
I do know of someone who has been seeing a specific person for maybe 10 years. And that person has, the partner has met multiple partners. So there's no real commitment in the relationship. And so the person I know is like confined and so like has this spirit that has her bound. She cannot let go, even though that she knows that this person is not truly committed in the relationship, and she wants to move on. She can't find the strength to move on. Somehow, sometimes I believe it's like mental. You have to let it go. And I believe it starts from the spirit, from the soul, that you have to try and release that. So that person that have that power over you to, control you, manipulate the mind. So every time that, she leaves and wants to go somewhere, he has that control on her, even though he's not committed in this relationship.
Very much so. Very much
You
so.
know?
Very much so. I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, and although she knows that it is wrong, you can't get past this for some, because she is so tied and can't move on to get to the next, to heal yourself and then move on to the next relationship. Like, how do you even, how do you even get past that hold, that bond? How do you get past that tie that this person has a hold on you, and he's out there doing his thing with multiple people coming into this relationship, bringing whatever else it is that he's bringing, diseases, hurt, worthlessness.
It's true. You said a lot, Dree. Trust me. And it's so true, because with those soul ties, it's an embedded connection. It's really a deep connection. It's so deep, that it's gonna take God to do it. I have to keep honest. It's gonna take God to do it. Been there. I understand. Yes, it only takes God to really deal with the soul ties and really bring you where He gets deep down inside of that, because it's just so embedded. Like, you sitting there like you want to come out, you trying, and it's just like every time you think you're good, then the phone will ring. You go, okay, no problem. You think you're good? No, you're not. And then what happens is, it also becomes the point, because there's a couple of people that are in that situation today. And what happens is that they're finding themselves being comfortable with what the stipulation is. Because sometimes the stipulation is me, you, and somebody else. Because sometimes that's what it is. So some people, trust me, there's some that are in that place today. And where the bottom line was that, they don't know how they want. So they said, okay, you know what? I'm good with that. So you're going to have both of us. I'm good with that. Because that's how embedded the soul tie is. That's how deep rooted this is, that they think it's becoming a norm for them. It's okay. This is becoming their new norm. So this now is your new norm. No, me, you, and everybody else that's coming along. So I can still be with you, but I've got to accept that now you've got two other people. So now you got all of us at the same time. And what happens is, right, like, we don't know what are you bringing to the relationship? So now I'm going to get sick from you, because now I don't know who you've been with. And especially if you have not been covering up. Let's keep it real. If they have not been covering up, that's a problem. Because now you are putting the one that you say you love in jeopardy. That's an issue. That's a serious problem. Serious problem.
It's serious problem Thank you, Luanda. Thank you, Dree. It is a serious problem, and that's the reason why, they're in a relationship for so long. So when we go right back to how long should you date, you have to look at, yes, Dree said at at the top of the hour, you look at the age. And so we took it a little further to say we end up with what, soul tie. So you have to look back, go back now. You're older, you're more mature, because age does play a major factor in this. Because if you're in college and if you're 20, 22 years old, you may not have all the things that we said before to get married, but then at the age where you can get married, and then you're in your 40s and in your 50s and you even in your 60s, because some people, they want to get married, especially within the church. Come on now, we're gonna get to that. That's gonna be another probably month or 5 years, that we're gonna be going on with that for. But you have it where some people are in this relationship, and they know, like Luanda said, they know that that this man or this woman, okay, they're dating multiple people, like Dree said, and it's like it's okay with them, and that tells me that you do not have that self-esteem or that confidence within yourself to move on with your life. You should not be in that situation. Yes, it came upon you. What happened is you should have the confidence in yourself to know who you are. But how do I get that confidence? I don't know. Okay, what a trauma have you faced in your life? We always say on this show, we always say, if you do not have it, speak to someone. There are counselors out there, there are coaches out there that can help you. And there's absolutely nothing wrong in speaking to someone who's professional to get that help, to help sort some of these things out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because if you find yourself in a relationship and you feel trapped, especially, and you want to move on, and you don't even know that if you want to move on or not, but just think about it. You will get up one morning and you're sad and you're everything like that, and you're depressed, and you want Johnny to be home, but Johnny, that Johnny's out with with Susan or whatever. I'm just calling names here. It's not anyone specific that I'm making mention of, but I'm just calling names here. So that Johnny is out with Susan, and then you're home at night just waiting and just waiting and just waiting. How long are you going to wait? How long are you going to lay in the bed, or sit by the window waiting for him to pull up, or her to pull up, because you're in a relationship that defines you, and it tells you who you are. The relationship that you're in tells you who you are. The relationship that you are in tells you who you are. You are someone who are not loved, because there's no way that you're going to tell me that you love me, but you're sleeping with somebody else. There's no way you can be in a relationship with me, and you're saying, oh yes, honey, I love you. Oh babe, oh boo, oh boo babe, I love you. We got our thing. You're mine. You're always mine. Boy, take that wrap, whatever it is, and go take it to McDonald's and let them wrap that sandwich for you. I don't want it no more. Okay? I don't want that more. That's a wrap. That's a line. Write a book. Okay? Sell the book. The one that you help me here, because I cracked it up.
Well, you know what? And it's so true. And, as you were saying, that person is telling you, I love you.
It's true.
Love ain't got nothing to do with it. Absolutely not, because that's not love. That does not imply what love is, okay? Why are you putting up with the nonsense? Stop it already. Move on. Stop with the nonsense. You know that this person is doing this thing. You're sitting by the window every evening waiting, and you know that he or she is out with somebody else, and you're home worrying about it. When is he coming? That doesn't even make sense. Why do you put yourself in such drama?
What's love got to do with it?
That's true. What's love got to do with it? Like Tina Turner said, who needs a heart when a heart's going to be broken? What's love got to do with it? Okay? That's what I want you. That's gonna be the question today. What's love got to do with it? You know, we put ourselves through this. We just do so much stuff, you know, and it's just so bad because we just become so complacent. And I mean, it's not good. It's not healthy for us. And we want to be at a place that, you know what, we can sit there and say, you know what, I deserve better than this. You know what? I might have to walk away broken. I might have to walk away with a ripped up shirt, broken up two shoes and everything. But you know what? Oh, I'm gonna come back stronger than before. See, you gotta have that mindset. See, because you know what? I always think about, and my mom always said, I can show you better than I can tell you. So see, let me tell you something, honey, get that mindset. Trust me, it's going to help you in a lot of ways. Trust me. And it will help you to stay focused because all of a sudden you're like, maybe I am better than that. Maybe I am good enough. You know what? Maybe I don't have to stay here anymore. Maybe there is something else. How will I know unless I go find out?
Amen.
So, you know, I don't say just keep taking the stuff and just say it's okay, because it's not okay. It's not okay. But when you know that you're better and you know that you deserve better, you'll do better and you'll strive for better. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Because you are wonderful. You know what? And when you start speaking that to yourself, honey, let me tell you something. You're going to pack up his stuff, or either you're going to pack up her stuff and tell them, there goes the door.
Be out. Be out. Listen here, everybody. You know, I know that we mentioned a lot, we talk a lot, we said a lot, but everything that Dre and LaWanda said today, and everything that was discussed on today, it is so true. You are better than what you think you are, or who you think you are. You deserve better. You know, you deserve it. You deserve to be loved. You are worthy. You are valued. We love you, and that's why we love the proverb that says, Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. We are your friend, so we're here to help you. We're here to empower you to a better life. So let us leave this with you today to tell you that you are valued, you are loved, you are worth it. You are beautiful. You are wonderfully made by God. And don't let anyone tell you any differently, because you got it going on, baby. And we got your back with that. So we are going to continue this conversation. We're going to be on dating for a while because it's so deep, it is so wide, there's so much that we can explore with this. But I'm telling you, I need you all to join in. You know, even I always say get the pen and paper, and I didn't say that at the beginning. You probably grab your pen and your paper and you write it or what have you, or record it so you can go back to it. Because Dre said a lot tonight. LaWanda said a lot tonight. And we want you to get it. We want you to live your best life. Okay? And that's why we are here to help you. So I'm telling you, you matter, as LaWanda usually said. Dre said what? What did you say? You know what? Bob Marley said what? You know, get up, stand up for your ride. LaWanda said, what's love got to do with it? Listen, y'all. We are here to help you. Everything, you know. Martin said, get to stepping. We're bringing it to you. We're bringing it to you. We're bringing it to you because we love you. We're here to have fun with you. And as I always say, if you want someone to talk to, if you need someone to talk to, there are people out there that you can talk to. We are here. We are here to help you, to empower you to a better life. So be encouraged, stay beautiful, stay healthy, and until next time, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5.